All right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. And the elect begins with 144,000. YAHAWAH, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jehovah. BAHASHAM is in the name. YAHAWASHI, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The Rakakwa Doctor Church, the Holy Spirit. I'm the brother Iwalumi with the GMS Chicago camp out here in Chicago. Come back at you with a relatively quick lesson. And Lord willing, I hope this lesson be edifying. Just something, I was just, briefly thinking about, how everything is going on in the world, at a fastly, in 1 week we had the, what was that, the whole outage where, people couldn't board their flights, 911 was down, hotels, a lot of computers. Joe Biden, stepping down the attempt assassination of Donald Trump, which is an inside job. But just to say, that ultimately our salvation is very near, because what, things are moving at a fast speed. YAHAWASHI is getting ready to wrap this kingdom up, Babylon the Great. So what things moving so fast just lets us know that our salvation is nearer than what we believe. So this is the book of Romans 13 and 11. It says, "And that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe." And how do we know that? By the way of the prophecies. It says it's high time to awake out of sleep because a lot of our people, is in gross darkness. Even the scripture talks about, those that wander out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. And a lot of our people, 2/3 of our people is in that congregation of the dead. We know the only ones that's going to come back to this knowledge, wisdom, understanding is the elect. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. For now is our salvation nearer than we believe. What? We're going to be delivered by what the world ignorantly calls UFOs, which are the chariots. Even Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, talks about the strangeness of our salvation. And that's, coming very soon, So this is the book of Romans 13 and 12, it says, "The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light." What is the armor of light? This knowledge, wisdom, understanding what YAHAWASHI has given us, And ultimately, us coming back to our nationality, know who we are, The Lord ultimately gave us this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, something that the mass majority of our people don't have. So we're in a blessed position. It says, "Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put ye on the Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof." Really, verse 11 was the point, but ultimately, us getting back into our right mind, us, coming back, unto YAHAWASHI, us, basically what, following the ways of YAHAWASHI to the best of our ability, casting off the ways of this world, and what ultimately, cleaving unto YAHAWASHI. Seeing that all these different things are happening, our salvation is very close. It's very near, But let's continue. This is the book of Matthew 24 and 32. Put up the whole chapter. This is the book of Matthew 24 and 32. It says, "Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that the summer is nigh. It says, so likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors." Seeing all these things, for what? Let's grab this. Habakkuk 2. Because what? We know that the prophecies, are speaking more than ever. Bear with me for a second. This is the book of Habakkuk 2 and 1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved." Right, because we're watchmen unto our people. Us, starting with our elders and our apostles on down, we know we're watching for the prophecies. We watch different news articles, and we basically align them with the prophecies that we read, in the Bible, Because what? We know that Jacob's trouble is coming. Pretty much Jacob's trouble was here, the passing of the MOTB, which is the RFID seal. These are the last few prophecies before we are delivered, World War III. Because ultimately we're going to be delivered, Simultaneously when these missiles being shot over here in America, you know. It says, verse 2, it says, and Yahawah answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. And right, and ultimately, once we bring out these prophecies to basically what? To tell our people what's to come, we tell our people, basically plain like, look, these things are coming. The RFIDC have uproars of the people, and this is what we're seeing in the world today. We make it, we basically simplify for our people to make them understand these are the things that's to come. Ultimately, what? To get yourselves right. Understand, what we're saying, to get yourselves right, knowing that these things are going to come to pass, and they're fastly coming to pass. It says, verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Right. Even going back to that, which I just read, though it's nigh, even at the doors, all these prophecies are coming to pass. So the Lord is moving things along at a fast pace. So these things, it's no longer going to tarry. The Lord is speeding things up. For the elect's sake. Let's get that. So our salvation is very, very, very close. But let me read this again. This is the book of Matthew 24 and 32. It says, now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branches yet tender and put forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors, right? Everything, I just, talked about the RFIDC help uproars of the people, everything, which I just mentioned, at the start of this lesson, the shutdown was that of Microsoft, different computers, wasn't working, wasn't acting right, the cancellation of flights, the attempt assassination of Donald Trump, Joe Biden stepping down, and this all happened in 1 week, just to basically let you know that the Lord is speeding things up. Let me get this. This is the book of Matthew 24 and 22. It says, and except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Right? Because full days are starting to feel like half a days and things of that nature. But the Lord is doing all this for the elect's sake. The Lord is speeding things up. As I read in that Habakkuk 2, though it tarry, wait for it, will surely come, it will not tarry. So these prophecies are no longer tarrying. We don't have to wait 5, 6, 7 years for one major prophecy to come to pass. The Lord is, the Lord is moving at a fast pace, bringing these different prophecies to pass, meaning it tells you what? That our salvation is very, very close, and the Lord is showing the days on the elect's behalf, because what? Even Revelations 12 and 12 says, the devil coming down with great wrath, knowing that he have but a short time. So the Lord ultimately has to, basically, shorten the days to ultimately, to get this devil out of power. Because if this devil continue to stay in power in the reign he's on, he's going to destroy the whole earth, But I want to close out with this one. It's Jeremiah 16 and 14. Satan. I'm going to get it in here then. This is the book of Jeremiah 16 and 14. It says, Jeremiah 16 and 14 says, therefore, behold, the days come, saith Yahawah, that it shall no more be said, Yahawah liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of the land of Egypt. Because what? The land of Egypt, was the first captivity of the Israelites. So if you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we're in spiritual Egypt right now. Revelations 11 and 8, the dead body shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, which is over here in America. This place is spiritual Egypt. But, Yahawah, basically made his name known, once the Lord delivered us from Egypt, And the same thing is going to happen. The Lord's name is going to be remagnified in the earth once he delivers us from this spiritual Egypt, which is America. But it's going to go into that verse 15. It says, but Yahawah liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, and from all the lands where he have driven them, because we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. James 1:1 to the Israelites scattered a broad greeting. Deuteronomy 28. It's in the 28th chapter. It talks about us being scattered, amongst the heathen. It's different scriptures in the Bible that basically let us know that we were scattered. Our people were scattered throughout the four corners of the world. It says, but Yahweh liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north, which is over here in America, and from all the lands whither he have driven them, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Exactly right. And that's coming very, very soon. You know, the deliverance of the Israelites, starting with the elect. The Lord is going to deliver us. And everything that we're seeing in the world right now is only leading, towards our salvation. The destruction of America is ultimately going to lead towards our salvation. Actually, let me close out with this one. I had quoted it. Wisdom of Solomon 5. And I'm going to just get to the point. I'm going to start at 1. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1 says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. And right, the so-called white man has not made account of, the labors of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, because what? We were a big catalyst of building up, this society, It says, when they see it, verse 2, it says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangers of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. The strangers of our salvation. What is that? When we're being beamed up by the chariots. It's going to be a sight to behold, because what? This grand deliverance that's going to take place has never happened on this grand of a scale. It's going to be the greatest deliverance in human history, for the elect's sake, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It says and basically it's going to be, a lot of these nations are going to be seeing it. Even 2/3 of our own people is going to be seeing the strangers of our salvation, us being beamed up in those chariots, us being changed in the twinkling of an eye. It says, verse 3, it says, they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit. Salakia. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, a proverb and a reproach. Right. So when we're being delivered, these other nations, like these niggas, what's the chosen people all this time? The ones we, oppress, for hundreds of years, the ones we put behind the jail cells, the prison systems. Yeah. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're going to have a grand, deliverance from the soils of America, which is Babylon the Great. And our deliverance is coming very, very soon. And this is what we're, Lord will be up the elect. This is what we're hoping for, speedily. The Lord to continue to shorten these days and the Lord to, to deliver us. So with that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to end up by giving all praise and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, Kakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of great millstone that taught us this truth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that's around the four corners of the globe. Lord, I hope this lesson was edifying. Until next time, Kwam Yasharallah, Shalom, and Abba.